Roberts speaks out on Shohei Ohtani's base running blunder from game number 5. We're going to talk about that. All hands on deck for tonight because it looks like tonight's going to be a bullpen game. And that's what we're talking about. We'll get into that. Should Freddie Freeman sit? Should he sit tonight? I mean, you see what he's doing. He is not doing well offensively. Obviously, the ankles bother him. Should he sit? I want to cover that story. And also, I took a lot of flack yesterday. I mean, I think I took more good than flack, but there was a lot of flack for what I said about the loss was good for the Dodgers in Game 5. And I'll explain that. Got some viewer mail to put out there, too, today as well. So let's get started. Robert speaks out on Shohei's base running blunder. Hit the subscribe button. Dodger Digest. Brad J., Mike Nelson, we're always providing you that fresh content and stories just like this. Okay, so Roberts finally speaks out. He wants it to be said. He wasn't happy with Shohei. And okay. And this isn't, I'm not opening the floodgates for you to start sending me some mail saying, Shohei's great. Why are you talking bad about Shohei? Don't do that because I'm not talking bad about Shohei. Shohei is the all-time best baseball player that has ever lived. And that is my opinion. 100%. He's a complete player. But everyone makes mistakes from time to time, right? And Shohei, he's going to make them, but he's going to make fewer than most people, and he makes up for it in the things he does. But he needs to make up for it either tonight or tomorrow night in Game 7 if they push it to that. The base running blunder, let's talk about that. It was kind of a big deal when it happened. I was watching the game thinking to myself, like, what the heck just went on? And Dave Roberts clearly was not thrilled with Shohei Ohtani's momentum turning Game 5. And let's keep that gaffe right there. Let's keep this in mind. Momentum turning. Because that is the point where the Dodgers could have done something right there. They were on the verge. And that blunder and momentum in baseball, it means something, man. It's not just, it doesn't matter. That meant something. And that blunder right there stopped it. They should have scored a run. I mean, what did Roberts say? Roberts had some stuff to say about it. And here's what it is. All right. Here's Dave Roberts on the base running blunder by Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, I don't know. It was corners in, so the corners are in. That means first and third base, they were in, and the middle was open. Ball to the middle of the field. I think he, meaning Shohei, had a brain cramp and locked up right there. They kind of built momentum after that, and they sure did build momentum, and it crushed anything that the Dodgers were trying to do. So, and once again, this isn't me hating on Shohei at all. It's like, this is an actual Dodger story because you don't see that guy make very many mistakes. And if he makes a mistake like that in the biggest game, you don't want to see that happen. I'm not going to mention Bill Buckner, but I'm just going to tell you right now, I mean, you don't want to pull a Buckner when it comes to the big time, all right? And we'll leave that off that, all right? We'll get away from that. All right. This is what Dodgers Way had to say about this. Let this be a lesson. Every single moment of every single postseason game can tip an individual contest, which can tip a series. Ohtani proved once and for all during the road portion of the series that he can come up clutch in October, and he's proven that. But if he fizzles now, and this is an exit before the World Series, not good. Now he'll have to prove that he has a short-term memory and he can put that base running blunder behind him and get down to business because we need him to step up. And with me saying the loss in Game 5 was a good thing for the Dodgers, it also builds a little bit more grit. And a lot of people are saying, no, you can't take any game for granted in Major League Baseball. I agree. I agree with that, but I still think I'm always going to have my opinion, okay? Okay? And I care what you think, right? All hands on deck for tonight. It looks like it's a bullpen game for the Dodgers. And similar, as what Roberts said, similar to what they did in game number 2 with expectations of better execution, said Roberts, because game number 2, we all know how that worked for him. Yeah, what was that, knack with 5 runs or something? How we use the guys, I'm not sure yet. And that's the key right there. A lot of it's dedicated on how they construct the lineup, but it's all hands on deck situation, and that's how Roberts will look at it, and that's how he's looking at it. That's the plan right there. Bullpen game, do you like it? Chime in the comments below. I think we got over 120 comments in yesterday's video. But if you feel like, there's a better idea here, I like the bullpen game. I guess you got to see what they're going to go with. But, I mean, you got to make the plan at some point, and you got to stick to it, right? All right. Freddie Freeman, man. I hate bringing the Fred dog up, but Freddie, man. Dude, we need you. Do you understand that? Are you hearing me? No, I know he's injured. The ankle's bad. Here's the deal. Sit Freddie tonight, okay? You got a left-hander on the mound. There is no need to put Freddie in the starting lineup tonight. There's no need. Off the bench with a right-handed pitcher in there, sure. Pinch hit, got it. Good idea. But sit Freddie tonight, get him healthy. Take care of business without Freddie. That's what I'm saying. Take care of business without Freddie. Don't use Freddie. Let Freddie sit. It's a left-hander. Why do you want to? There's no way. You would have to be a complete idiot to have him in the starting lineup tonight. And I'm not trying to call Roberts out by no means on that. Well, yeah, I guess I kind of am trying to call him out. But Freddie doesn't do good against left-hander on the mound, and he's injured. And it's Game 6. You need the dude. Game 7, there'll probably be a righty in there. I forget who they're going to use on that. And then you need him in the World Series. So what do the viewers think, okay? Put that to the viewers. And I got so many comments yesterday. Here's one from Chris4109. Freddie, I'm sorry. Chris is sending this directly to Freddie. I like it. Thank you, Chris. I don't know if Freddie's watching this, but hopefully he would be. Freddie, I'm sorry. You're a great player and a good guy, but you need to sit. You're hurting your team. 0 for 15. We can't have that. Take a seat and let your teammates win it for you and come back and try and see what you can do in the World Series. Let's sew it up Sunday night. And 9 likes on that. I think that thing had like 20 likes by this morning before I screen captured that. But there you go. So Chris is back in it. And you know what? I got probably, I don't know, I feel like I got a few more regarding that same thing. Maybe 5 or 6 more messages about, hey, Freddie should sit. Okay, Freddie definitely should sit. Okay, so the stance I took yesterday was, and I took some flack over this, it was more good than bad. Like if I had to take the 120 or the 130 comments that were said yesterday in the video, I'd say about over half were good from what I said, and just under half were bad, saying, you're crazy. What are you thinking about? A loss is stupid, and yeah. And here's one from a guy who thought he would send one to me, and he's from Frackman55. How the hell is any loss in any playoff good? Are you freaking nuts? Frackman. I actually responded back to Frackman, and I said, are you mad, bro? Because it just seemed like he was really mad that I said that. All right. I'll explain it. I mean, here's the deal. I'm trying to paint a positive here. I'm a positive guy. The glass is half full with me. So a Dodger loss, I try to think, okay, what are the good things for a Dodger loss in Game 5? And I think grit, because it makes them battle back. And people say, yeah, but what if you lose Game 6 and 7, you're out, and you could have had it right there and clinched it. Yeah, there's that too, but I just believe the loss, and also I like the Yankees sitting longer than the Dodgers. Now the Yankees have already sewed things up. They're in the World Series. That's happening. We get it. The Yanks are going to be there. The Yanks are going to come marching in, but I like them to wait a little bit, right? Like it would be nice if the Dodgers made. Now, if the Dodgers didn't win tonight, and they were forced to the Game 7, and they were to win Game 7, I'd still think they're going to be fresher and more in the routine than the Yankees would be. But a one-day situation, Dodgers clinched tonight, and the Yankees already in. I don't think it's going to matter. The game's on Friday. People were pointing that out to me too. And I wasn't trying to say anything about that. I was talking about, like, you want the Yankees to have a long time off before that first game, and you like the Dodgers to play up until then, because when the Dodgers have finished things early, they've had troubles. And so I just look at that, right? So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. All right, so the bracket. What is going on with the bracket? There it is. It is set. Only one more spot to fill, and that's that little spot right there. New York Yankees and the Dodgers. I mean, come on. This is destiny. Like, Mets, just goodbye, Mets. Just get out of there, right? Because this is what it's all about. It's about the Dodgers facing the Yankees in the World Series. And for me, paybacks are a biatch because I remember 1977 with Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, hitting those 3 jacks from 3 different pitchers. I was a little dude, and I was crying like a little baby when we lost that. And it's been so long since these two teams are going to have a chance to match up. So let's take care of business tonight for the Dodgers, get the win, celebrate on the home field, and get down to business Friday night when the World Series will kick off game number 1. Hey, that's going to do it. Dodger Digest, man. We're blowing up fresh content every day. Mike Nelson, Brad J. We're doing it. We're bringing it. Hit the sub button. A lot of you guys are watching but not subscribing. What are you doing? You're just going to be lagging. And then a year from now, people are going to already be on the program. And you're going to be like, what? I could have been on it back then when they were like under 1,000. Well, there you go. Hit the sub button. Be part of Dodger Digest. That's going to do it. And always remember, before I go, think blue.